Hey guys, Logan Richardson, Season 4, Episode 19 of Criminal Minds. Here we go. Royal, Indiana, at 6:45 p.m.
You think so? Yeah. Look, it's great. I saw it forever go on VHS.
I don't know if that matters. Does that matter? Is that just setting the story, or the blob?
Ah, don't worry, it's not that scary.
That's fine.
I mean, it's kind of scary, but mostly funny, you know?
How funny?
Well, it's...
Don't spill it, Jesse.
Bruh. Literally just said.
What do you want?
It doesn't matter to me.
Alright, so I'm wondering if something's about to go down here.
Well, just not too close.
Yeah. The movie might not be that scary, but this sure is. Douses the entire... Where's the freaking people who work there? Nobody sees this man doing that? You're asleep? Well, where's everybody else? Really? Really? I guarantee you it's blocked. See, my thought process with fires, I mean, obviously you gotta stay low and you gotta cover your mouth, but if there's a fire right there and I know where the exit is, instead of burning to death, which I mean you'll still catch on fire, why not just run through it?
Earlier tonight, 19 people were killed.
I'm stuck inside, so my best chance would be just to run through it.
12 victims, no survivors.
I heard about that.
Yeah, it was all over the news.
And then stop, drop, and roll.
It didn't make the news. A week and a half earlier, there were some fires at a convenience store, a local restaurant. Luckily,
that's my best chance, right? Of living.
So whoever set these went from no victims to 31 in less than 2 weeks. It's a hell of an escalation.
Why didn't they call us in sooner?
And the local police and fire department knew they were dealing with an arsonist.
I think the thought process is most people won't have the ability to do that because they'll be panicking.
It's like setting fires. Any deaths that occur are almost always accidental.
31 victims is not an accident.
But that's literally like your only chance.
Tennessee Williams said, "We all live in a house on fire. No fire department to call. No way out."
Based on the limited population of Royal, the unsub is most likely a local male.
Yeah, but we can't rule out firefighters and other first responders.
How's about I do a background check on all local firefighters and EMTs?
Imagine being a firefighter who's a freaking
Anyone with a
arsonist.
juvenile record that includes vandalism or small nuisance fire.
That sucks
I'll
though.
look at everything from firebug to fire.
If you're trapped in a fire, you're basically screwed.
Word out that we'd like to see any personal videos or photos.
Because the chances that you do survive by running through it is just
Maybe somebody will recognize him.
slim.
Locals find anything in their call logs that resemble the unsub's MO?
We're in a small town. People are going to assume anyone we question is guilty.
The last thing we want is for this to turn into a witch hunt.
That's exactly what this is. We're just going to have to keep the locals from realizing it. Garcia, I want you to find out everything that you can about the 31 victims, and I don't mean just their paper trail.
31 victims. Is this the only...
Money to everybody they had an argument with.
Sir, if I'm hearing you right, you're saying I'm the witch hunter.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Lovely.
Thank you for coming. I know I should have called you in earlier.
Oh my god!
Anything you need, anything at all, you got it.
What we're gonna need most
What
is your
the
help.
hell?
It's a horrible tragedy.
Look who it is! It's Merle!
To prevent another one.
So this is the first time. This is the first arsonist event.
We didn't have enough room in the hospital for everyone. This one, please.
Oh my god. It's Bernard!
You're the FBI.
Another lost character!
Agent Richard. This is Agent Jerome.
That's Mary Elise.
When I spoke to the police chief, he said that you know everyone in Royal.
Pretty much. I grew up here. I inherited my father's practice.
He could help.
Delivered 11 of those people lying in here.
I'm trying to... Well, we don't have anything, so never mind. Before I start jumping to conclusions and stuff.
Most of the victims
$3
had
for a
smoking
ticket?
thank
Hell
God.
yeah.
A few of them were trampled. This was the point of origin.
The second one was in the lobby.
It takes time to do all that, and nobody was paying attention. Nobody was there.
He used a lot more gas in the lobby. The place went up like a haystack.
What about the sprinklers?
Bastard turned off the main water line.
Or he'd already blocked the exit.
And where the smoke from the slower burning fire had already built up.
And whoever did
The fire was too big there, and it was too far to run through anyway, so... If you could, yeah. If you wanted to take that chance. And he probably blocked the entire place in, so y'all were... They were... Yeah.
We managed to get it out pretty fast.
Not fast enough. All those people. Who would have so much hate?
That's another actress I know.
Rage has been building for years.
What he did.
The unsub knew exactly what he was doing. He's been practicing for a long time. Nuisance fires, vandalism. He may have even burned himself.
Well, it sounds like every teenage boy has ever grown up in Royal. I don't know if you noticed, but there's really not a lot to do here.
Damn, why?
I have been
Why don't I remember where I saw her from?
No one sticks out of the fires. No one
Vampire
appears
Diaries,
to be
maybe?
inappropriately voyeuristic. No one with bandages.
Oh.
Yeah, no firebug
Maybe.
firefighter, no flammable juvie records. However, of the 128 reported instances of petty larceny and vandalism
Her
in
hair
the
is
last year,
messing me up too.
Sort of stick out, so I'm emailing you those photos. She was a single mom. She worked a double shift at the local discount store, and she still managed to find time to volunteer at the rec center. I also have a third grade teacher, third cousins, and at least 3 potential affairs. People looking at people like that is not part of my job description. I'm not a profiler.
Well, you're gonna have to be. We don't have much time. You two look into the nuisance fires. Garcia, stay on the radio.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me.
You said large gatherings. Good idea.
Yeah, this is not a good idea.
It's not a target. The unsub might want to interrupt a brief he created. But you may want to watch it. Looking for inappropriate behavior for the situation. Someone who insinuates himself too closely into someone else's grief. We're focusing on non-offenders.
He could easily be right here.
Brian, 18 years old, and he's been vandalizing property for almost all 18 of them.
Stand, they come, shall follow me all the days of my life. I will dwell in the house of the Lord.
Yes, yes, yes. It's not here.
I'm sure.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There's already another freaking...
This doesn't make sense. He should have been in the memorial.
He should have been able to resist seeing the damage he's done.
Well, I mean, that... He's either not working alone, or...
Bar matches his previous locations. Another local hotspot. Only 5 victims this time. Why lower the body count?
Awesome. Maybe he knew the fire department would show up soon.
Yeah, we're faster now. Practice makes perfect. What the hell difference does it make? And what good are you guys doing us? You
Bruh.
see Chains figure he didn't want anyone to get out?
Dude,
I could have told you that.
you're shitting
Well,
you're shitting on the wrong person. Piss
I'm
off.
supposed to look at the same things you do, but to try to see them from a
God.
different perspective.
So annoying.
Look, all due respect, Captain, but you look at that chain and you say the killer wanted to make sure nobody got out, right?
My father's chief here for over 30 years. Last 2 weeks, I've lost more folks than he did in his whole career.
Sorry.
Chief, what do we know?
4 dead.
Assuming it's not a copycat, we know why the unsub wasn't at the funeral. Someone in that bar was more important to him than anything else.
When you call Garcia, tell him we need to
targeted.
know absolutely everything there is to know about these 5 victims, and we need to know it now. I'll go tell Chief Carlson we want to talk to his officers.
We have to make that woman
Hey, how's Miss
who showed up
doing today?
as a suspect.
I love you. And our witty banter. He beat his wife. It went on for years, although you wouldn't know it if you looked at the police reports because that's one of the perks of being the mayor. David Alexander, he sued his boss for $5 million over something totally lame.
What is the
and
connection?
What makes it even more ironic is that he was sleeping with the boss's daughter. And then
There's a lot of targeting here.
One of the town council women, and she had a terminally ill husband and also 3 boyfriends under the age of 20. I want to go back to cyberspace.
Everyone who died in the fire is not a good person, or has not done good things, from what I'm saying. Well, not everybody, but a lot of them.
Please tell me they're still alive.
I wish I could do that, Garcia.
The first 4 fires, the convenience store, the restaurant, the rec center, and the movie theater, are indicative of a revenge arsonist. That's someone who's seeking retaliation for an injustice, whether real or imagined.
So there's 4
Revenge
fires?
arsonists often target group headquarters.
As if his community has wronged him in some type of way. These fires are just his way of striking back, trying to draw attention to himself.
These fires not only killed innocent people, they also gave the unsub a sense of power over the community.
That's why the 3rd fire is key. He's not striking out at the community as a whole anymore. He's now striking out at 1 or more individuals.
So all we gotta do is just figure out who would have wanted to hurt him.
It may not be that simple.
This type of rage tends to stem from things that people keep buried. Things they just don't talk about.
Which is why we're going to have to dig deeply.
Understood.
Lovely.
Nancy.
He came for the money. Like always. He's devastating.
Nancy, what about customers?
He would have kept to himself, taken the seats away from the other customers.
Maybe he was checking his watch or cell phone.
There was a guy. He seemed angry. He kept changing seats.
Okay, we have to stop.
She's not gonna make it, right? That's what he said, yeah. What does that put that at? At least 40 victims?
Bar victims.
All right.
Friends? Enemies?
Oh, no, nothing like that. They seemed sweet. The biggest problem is finding baby names. Hilda was pregnant.
Are you sure? The Emmy hasn't even started yet.
No, people in Royal take out ads. Lordy, look who's 40. Ask Jane what she was doing at the American Legion on Friday night.
Okay, well, they managed to speak to the bartender. According to her, there was a guy there before the fire. He didn't speak to anybody and kept switching seats. She didn't seem to recognize him.
Okay, wait, so she's
Whoa,
new.
whoa, whoa.
The owner and the boozer and the husband wouldn't have gotten up and changed seats. If the bartender didn't recognize him, maybe he's just not from Royal.
It's not necessarily
It's
true.
so
What if she
weird,
knew him and she
though.
just didn't realize it?
What, look at disguise?
The fire captain said the unsub
Okay.
knew the layout of the movie theater. He used that knowledge to
Yeah, so he has to know the place.
At the bar, the unsub kept changing his seats.
Which would give
So
him
he's
a
trying
better
not to be
view
recognized.
Of the entrances and exit.
Rec Center was built in the late 70s.
I'm gonna call Hutch.
That is a range. But we know it's gotta be between the last 5 years and
Pop's place 6 years ago when he moved to Royal from Indianapolis.
Why, does he have friends
the
with the money?
70s.
I don't know that I could find.
What about the bar? Did Jason buy it from someone? Take over their business?
No, Jason started the bar himself. He named it after his father, who by the way was the sole beneficiary.
Makes sense, he was single.
Well, he was single. And it turns out that Tia's parents died in a fire when she was 5. After they died, her and her brother, Tommy, were sent to live with their grandparents in Royal.
Send us everything you have on them.
Well, that's just it. I got lived in Royal. She went to a community college a few towns over, got a degree, took a job, worked hard, married Jason. But Tommy, it's like
Tommy
he
doesn't
just disappeared.
exist.
Find him.
Tommy's Tommy's vanished. I could see that as a, you know, the 2 different sides of what happened when you were a kid. Your parents dying in a fire. You became an arsonist. Your sister tried to do something good with her life. You know? The two different outcomes of what could happen when tragedy hits. She became an EMT. You burned down buildings.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Nobody's seen him around here in more than 10 years.
We actually think they may have. They just might not recognize him.
How is that possible?
Well, he's aged 10 years, and he'd make sure to go unnoticed.
Garcia?
Tommy Wheeler. Little Tommy Wheeler. Do you remember him?
What about Tina? How did the fires affect her?
Tina wasn't as damaged by it as he was. She adjusted more quickly.
She was Tommy's lifeline.
She was more than that. In a situation like this, no parents, new environment, grandparents probably too old to take care of them. Tina became Tommy's whole world.
Sister, mother, family.
They were very close.
The death of the parents, Tommy's love map revolved exclusively around Tina.
Yeah,
she pushed
it
them
was like
away?
they were in their own little worlds. By the time they were 8, they even had their own language. There were rumors. People said Tommy and Tina were too close.
Tommy Wheeler.
Oh.
That's her sister.
Oh.
That was ever confirmed.
No, it wasn't. To his teacher, he told me how the whole school and the whole town turned against him based on nothing but a rumor.
Garcia.
She also told me another rumor, and this one, 14-year-old Tommy was beaten within an inch of his life by adults, grown men.
I didn't hear about it until after the fact.
What Garcia said is true, then this town's actions went a long way towards making Tommy who he is.
That's why he went around. The revenge is not on. The revenge is on the town.
Tina.
Go around, check the back.
Those are some interesting allegations. Some very bad allegations.
It's me, Brad.
Morgan, find out if Tina showed up for work today. Yeah, Morgan. Tina didn't show up for her shift. Thanks.
She left her sofa.
You think it was Tommy?
Yes. Tommy?
Put out an APB for Tommy and Tina. Close all roads in and out of Royal.
No, he loves her. He wouldn't hurt her.
He will if she rejects him.
His records, he was at that school for half a year before he landed in juvie, where he resided for the next 3. His psyche evals during his stay were less than stellar.
Oh, God.
So how mad do you think he is?
Well, the fire scene might be pretty mad.
I mean, he did tell me to dig, right? So I dug. And granted, I'm not supposed to have direct contact with the public or purport myself as an FBI agent. And, okay, I'm definitely not supposed to accuse someone of a felony or even a misdemeanor, especially when I don't have any actual evidence. Oh, God. I did just what they did. I based everything on a rumor. I got sucked right in. I didn't mean to.
Garcia, come on, baby. Stick to Tommy.
Hey, sorry. Okay, he was released from juvie when he was 16. That's when the trail goes cold.
You couldn't find him?
No, I said the trail went cold. I didn't say he disappeared. This is the part I'm actually good at.
We've locked down the town and put out statewide alert. So far, nothing.
Where in Royal would Tommy take his sister?
It's hard to say.
It's likely to be a place that's important to the
Who knows them the best?
Together as kids.
I don't know. The only place I can think of is her grandparents' old house, but that was
What about
25
back-
years ago.
That's not going to help us.
Back to where
The grandparents and friends.
his
nothing
parents
was
died.
Tommy.
Garcia was right.
Could that be a
After
chance?
he was sent away, Tommy no longer existed. They found Tommy, and what she had left of him.
You mean everything to me. Everything. You and I we're soulmates.
Tommy,
They can't keep us apart anymore.
that's your sister. Hey?
So the rumors weren't true? Or weren't rumors?
Yeah.
People, you killed them?
You, for us, we can be together. Don't you see
Oh,
that's how it's
good
meant to
God.
be? Just the two of us.
Is this dance something Tommy and Tina would have gone to?
It's a big event. All the kids go, even if they don't have formal dates.
So they could have gone together.
Absolutely.
We can be together. Okay, just like this.
We can't, Tommy, we can't. Is it right?
Yes.
Let her go, son! Let her go, son!
Let her go!
Y'all gotta be very careful if he drops that.
Look at her.
You don't want to hurt herself.
Whoa.
I want to see the good in people. I choose to see the good in people, and getting into someone's mind and trying to find the god-awful thing that happened to them that made them do the god-awful thing to somebody else has seriously impaired my ability to giggle, and it makes me very wonky, and I don't like it.
I just wanted to thank you for your excellent work on this case. And I understand that what you did was for you very difficult. But your contributions are essential to the success of this team.
Thank you, sir.
I know you see the good in people, Penelope. Always. And I would never want you to change that.
Hotch with another dub. Wow. That one was intense. That was some wild incest, arsonist, crazy stuff. But yeah. Wow. I enjoyed it. That was a good episode. This season, like I said, continues to be top notch. Continues to do a very, 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 very good job. And yet, again, we continue to see a lot of Lost characters. I'm a massive fan of Lost. So every time I see my Lost characters popping up, I love them dearly. Not only did we have a Lost character in this show, in this episode, we had a Walking Dead character in this episode, and we also had, who was Tina? I've seen Tina before, and it's killing me where I saw her from. Absolutely killing me, to the point where I wanna know before I click this button. I wanna know so bad. Like, come on, think, Logan. Think. She's been in reactions that you've had before. Things that you've watched before. You know her. Was it the Vampire Diaries? 'Cause that's where I'm thinking. But then again, I'm like, I don't know. It's gonna kill me when I find this out. Alright, well, I need confirmation before I continue further. I'm gonna lose my mind. Prison Break. God. I knew it was driving me nuts. Prison Break. Yep. Cool. Alright. Alright, anyways. Sentencing! Dun 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 dun. What do I believe his punishment, his sentencing should be? Tommy. Again, just a little refresher. These little sentencing things are not based off of the actual law. This is just based off of my opinion of what he deserves. What I think would be a justifiable conclusion to that individual's actions. So, arson. That is an extreme case. He has killed at least, what was it? He burnt down 3 places, but I only have 36 victims. I don't remember the number. Was the number 19? I can't remember. Because I know he burnt down the bar, which had 5 victims. He burnt down the movie theater, right? Which had 31 victims? Or was it 31 victims with the movie theater and the rec room? Or whatever. Whatever the case is here, regardless, you're looking at least 36 victims burning alive, locking them in the house or in the areas, preventing them from escaping. The whole idea and the whole goal there, brutally killing 35 or 36 at least people. Zero regard for human life. Zero remorse. This is an individual who will not have the ability to see the free world again. He also has, I guess, a count of kidnapping on there. Yeah, I'm giving him the death penalty. I think this is definitely an extreme case. I would... Before the death penalty, I want to... And they already talked about his psych evaluations, and they were not good. And clearly there's a lot of psych evaluation problems going on here. I would like to put him through more psych evaluation tests prior to sentencing him to death. Those psych evaluations determining whether or not he gets, you know, the death penalty, or is that too... See, because I'm trying to sit here and I have to make this decision, and it has to make sure that his childhood and his trauma that led him to where he's at now does not play a role in this sentencing, because that is irrelevant information. It does not matter with this sentencing about his childhood trauma. I cannot let that be a factor in this decision. So does it matter if his psych evaluation says anything to me? Because part of me thinks, me saying, oh wait, maybe not death, psych evaluation. But what would that psych evaluation lead me to see? He killed 36 people at least, locked them in a building, set them on fire. I would do the psych evaluation, but the psych evaluation would be how you got sentenced to death. If the psych evaluation comes back the way that I see it, we'll do a little mercy there. Lethal injection. Not any other way. I would still say death penalty for this. Yeah, I can't let the fact that he got beaten up by the town when he was a kid, because, and he did love his sister in an incestual way. I can't let that, which, I mean, like, being beat up is never a good thing, and is definitely a trigger. But that I can't, and his family dying in front of him, you know, to a fire, I can't let that judge his actions like 20 years later. I can't. I can't put that into effect. We can say that, damn, the town should be held responsible to some aspect. Whether that's like fines or if you want to throw somebody in jail, but that's deeper investigations that we don't have the ability to do, at least from what we've seen. So, but I would be interested in going down that path and potentially handing out even more punishments for the roles that the town played in turning him into this. So, anyways, like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already. I will see y'all next time.